Hi, Mrs. Henley Summer School class. My name is Ruoff the Recycler, and I heard that you were doing some learning about how to take care of our world, which makes me so happy. Can you guess what my favorite color is? Today I'm going to read a couple of books to you about recycling so that you can do even better job of taking care of our world. Today we're going to read The 3 R's, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle by Nuria Roca, illustrated by Rosa M. Curto. Do you know the letter R? It's the first letter in 3 words that teach us different ways to fight pollution. It is the R in reuse, reduce, and recycle. Do you know these words? Reuse things that are still in good shape, such as your big brother's jacket. Reduce the amount of things we throw away, such as paper cups. Recycle old things to make new ones, such as a puppet out of an old sock. Can you stop the video and talk about some things you've reused, reduced, or recycle? In the town where Paul lives, people throw their garbage bags into a garbage container at the corner. In the morning, a garbage truck empties the container and takes the garbage bags. Do you know where? To a garbage landfill or dump, which is a huge place in the mountains or in the countryside far from the city. In Paul's town, however, there are so many people and so much garbage is produced that every landfill is full already, and nobody knows where to build another. So they have built a huge furnace called an incinerator to burn all the waste material. Nobody likes to live close by. People think the smoke coming out of the chimney is harmful to plants, animals, and people. We have a landfill in Lee Summit that got filled as well, and we're having trouble finding where to take our garbage. At Paul's school, they have talked about the huge amount of waste produced in just one day, and they have decided to reuse as many things as they can. That means that now they will use every object many times until it breaks or cannot be used anymore. At his school, they paint both sides of all sheets of paper, use the empty cans of paint to keep paper clips and rubber bands, and use the pieces of paper left over to make wonderful collages. Do you have any other ideas? Stop the video and discuss that. At home, everybody reuses as many things as possible. Paul wears the t-shirts that his big brother has outgrown and also plays with many of his old toys. Can you guess how many objects on the right page may be used over and over? Paul's brother outgrew his bike and now Paul rides it. And since he has no use for this tricycle anymore, he has passed it on to his cousin. Look at this page and talk about which of these items could be reused over and over and over. Something else we do at home and at schools is trying not to waste water or electricity, because this way we help to take care of our planet. It seems very little, but the drops of water from a leaking faucet could fill up a bathtub in a day. So keep the water and lights off when they are not needed, of course. One thing Ruout the Recycler likes to do is turn off the water while she's brushing her teeth. So if you brush your teeth, you turn it off till you're ready to spit and need it again. When Paul and his family go shopping for food, they take their own baskets or bags made of cloth. By doing that, they won't have to ask for plastic or paper bags at the supermarket and will reduce the amount of plastic and paper made by factories. Reducing means using very little, only what is needed. Plastic bags are very handy, but sometimes they end up in the sea where they can be dangerous for animals. Turtles may take them for jellyfish and eat them, or they may get tangled up in the plastic rings used to hold cans together. It is very important not to litter the ground, the woods, the beach, the ocean, or the city. So sad to see all that trash in beautiful places like the beach. At Paul's school, they throw all paper and cardboard into a special street container. Then trucks pick up everything and take it to a paper mill where used paper and cardboard is shredded and washed until it becomes a pulp that is wet and soft. With this pulp, they make paper again. When it gets dry, we have recycled paper. Practically everything can be recycled. Paper and cardboard, plastic objects, glass, cans, all these things are first shredded, ground, or pulped, and then they go through different processes that make new drinking cans, glass bottles, plastic containers. At school, we make paper waste out of torn and wet old papers. Things made with boxes and paper waste. Paul's parents have told him that food scraps can also be recycled. All food that otherwise would be wasted can be made into fertilizer, which is food for plants. The fertilizer produced this way is called compost. The banana peels and lemon rinds Paul has just thrown into the garbage may become food for plants like all food scraps. That's great! What in here can be recycled? But if we want to recycle, we have to put the waste in a special containers. Now in the kitchen at Paul's home, there is a container for things made of plastic, metal or glass, and another for all the other garbage. Also, all newspaper and magazines are neatly tied in packages so that they also can be recycled. At my house, we have a place for plastic and paper, and then glass, and then we have a bin for garbage. At some schools, they also collect used batteries. The children have been told batteries may not be recycled and that they pollute a lot, so it is very important not to throw them in the garbage. That's why the children have made a special container for them. Once it is full, they will take it to a recycling center where the metal from the batteries will be used to make new ones. The drawings to decorate the containers are the work of Paul's class. Nice job, isn't it? I've seen recycling places at Best Buy where you can take phones and batteries and some other electronics that would take up a lot of space in the landfills and hurt our earth, the ground. If we waste less and recycle all we can, there will be less pollution and we will be able to live for a long time in our little planet, breathing smokeless air, swimming in clear waters, and strolling through woods and countryside free from garbage. Paul thinks it's worth the effort. How about you? One of the best things about the quarantine time that we had back in the fourth quarter was that a lot of places that had a lot of smog and damage from cars driving and things actually cleared up. You might want to Google some of the pictures of what it looked like during quarantine when we didn't have so many people driving and creating smog in big cities. I hope you enjoyed the 3 R's, and you can talk about ways you can reduce, reuse, and recycle.